Hey everybody, John, Wade Boggs fan here. It is Wednesday evening. Hope everyone is having a good week. For today's video, I thought I would show off some food issued cards or food related cards of Wade Boggs. Some of you may be more familiar with like the Drakes and things like that, which I have some that I'll be showing. And some others are cataloged as MSA food discs. And MSA stands for Michael Schechter Associates. And I believe they were an advertising agency that offered these discs, and companies could put their logo on and so on and have them as advertising pieces. So I'm concentrating on this video with just the food issues from the 1980s. There are plenty of them. There are some in the 90s of Wade Boggs, but I didn't want this video to go on too long. So I'm just concentrating on the 1980s food issue cards of Wade Boggs. So I'm going to turn around the camera and let's go take a look. Okay, Wade's first food issues were in 1984. Here is a Drake's. And we have a Ralston Purina. Then we have a 7-Eleven card. Almost like a Sportflix that, based on the angle there. It's like two different pictures. Then we have a Topps cereal. And then starting in 1985, we have two different 7-Eleven coins. Now the fronts appear to look the same. Again, have those two different pictures, but the backs are different colors. Then we have a Dorman's cheese with Rick Sutcliffe. Then an 86 Drake's. Then an 86 General Mills booklets. Now, there was also one in 87, but the 86 version, for some reason, is much harder to come by. It was in booklet form, but this copy here was actually just cut out, and Wade Boggs is on the front, and Jim Rice is on the back. This is part of a larger fold-out booklet of several different players. But these are hard to find, the 86 ones. Then we have the 86 Meadow Gold. I think these have to do with milk. And there's a couple different versions here. Here's a Superstar series, and here's a milk carton. I think this is for chocolate milk, I think. Part of the carton there. And while this sort of looks similar, this one has a blank back, and the design on the front's a little bit different, and this has stats on the back. And then we have the first MSA card away from 86, Jiffy Pop. Then we have an 86 Quaker Granola. And we have some more 7-Eleven coins from 86, and there are 4 different colors. I believe these are different regional issues. Different parts of the country had different colors. There's one, I think they're all with Brett Boggs and Pete Rose. It's hard to see the Pete Rose. But there's Wade in the 4 different colors. Then we move into 87, Burger King All-Pro. And 87 Drake's. And here is the 87 General Mills. Very similar, and you can tell along the right-hand side that that was cut from a booklet. And this one has Dave Winfield on the other side. Then we have 87 Hostess stickers. And 87 Kraft. Now there's 2 versions of the Kraft mac and cheese. This is the more common one with the gray back, meaning these were cut from boxes of mac and cheese. The other version, which is much harder to find because they were only issued either in sheets or sets, same front, but it has a white back to it. You can see the gray versus the white. So these much more common, you can find on any box. These only came, like I said, in either sheets or a set. All right, and the next is M&M's Star Lineup. Now, if you notice here on the right, there's some perforation. There are several different versions, and I have them. I just am just showing the single copy of Boggs here. But I think there's at least 1, if not 2 different versions of this, and I'm trying to remember right now off the top of my head who the other player is, and it's escaping me right now. Yeah, it came in a group of 2. So now we're going into some of the 87 MSA discs, and there's a lot more of them in 87 than there were in 86. So I'm just going to go through him fairly quickly through these. I have some duplicates. Here's a Baseball Superstars. There's a duplicate there. And then the Jiffy Pop. And a Jiffy Pop square proof that you can see there's perforated. It hasn't been broken out and cut from, I believe, a sheet. Here's Key Food, another Key Food, and then Our Own Tea, and then Wise Winners. So again, all the same picture in front. The only difference is what the advertising agency who ordered them and what they wanted on the top as an advertising piece. Now another one that has a variation is the 1987 Ralston Purina. Here is the regular card that you can easily find on eBay or anywhere. Ralston Purina Company. Okay. And here is the hand cut from a sheet. And if you notice, it's missing in the top right-hand corner, 87 Collector's Edition. So these, again, normally found on the product. These were only from sheets of the cards that were hand cut. For whatever reason, the sheets, I think the backs are pretty much the same. This one has a little bit of a more cream, not white, but cream versus the gray back here. So these, not too easy to come by because not too many people have the sheets and cut out the sheets. And of course, it's graded to mint 9. I bought it graded. I didn't have it graded, but there's that. Let's see. Okay, next is some more 7-Eleven cards, or coins, I should say, from 1987. And again, it's the pretty much the same two pictures there, but the fronts are two different colors, and the backs have different colors as well. Then we have a Chef Boyardee from 1988. A 1988 Drake's. And some more MSA discs. Again, I'm just going to sort of flip through these because there's a lot of them here. Here's a Fantastic Sam's, and one in the square proof from a sheet. A Superstars. Here's a Jiffy Pop, and again, Jiffy Pop square proof there from a sheet. Our Own Tea. Superstars square. I don't have the disc for whatever reason. I need to find that. Tetley. And Wise Winners. So these weren't the full circles like the other ones, but more of a panel, and they came, I think, 3 to a group, folded up. Then just a few more here. We have a 1988 Nestle. Now we're going to 1989 King Bee discs. Following it up with more 1989 MSA discs. So we have a Wholesome Superstars. We have the square proof. Wholesome Schaefer's, slightly different than the Wholesome. Superstars square proof. Key Food disc. Master Bread, I believe. And then there's the square proof. Rainier Farms. Tetley. And Wise Winners. So you can see there's some of the combinations that I'm missing. Either I have the square and need the disc, or I have the disc and missing the square, and so on. So that's always a struggle to find those, especially the squares. Those are harder to find because they're cut from sheets. And the last one is 1989 Nissen. J.J. Nissen. I want to say it was maybe a bread company up in New England. For some reason, I want to say that's the case. But at any rate, these are the 1980 food issues of Wade Boggs. I hope you enjoyed looking at some sort of oddballish, not run-of-the-mill baseball cards, if you want to call them that, discs and stuff of Wade Boggs. So, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. I appreciate reading and replying to all of them. I appreciate the visits, the everything, really. I mean, everyone's been really great and supportive of the different topics that I have, that I show off my cards in. Keep the suggestions coming. I'm always looking for new suggestions and so on. So until next time, thanks for watching.